Big niggas, man. What's that about him? She don't eat that much.
Tyson in the black trunks and James Tillis in the white.
And backs Mike Tyson up onto the ropes, which is a first.
A little of Tyson's own medicine.
James Tillis, fighting cowboy.
Closing with a flurry. The bell is going to sound.
We rarely find out where our heroes end
Big
up.
smile on the face of Bo Williford as he steps into the
We
ring.
envision them riding off into the sunset, cash and fame in hand, to spend the rest of their days coasting downhill. The person who spends most of their life in the spotlight, athletes, movie stars, musicians, sooner or later must return to normal life. James Tillis did well for a poor boy from North Tulsa. If you don't know his name, it's because you don't know boxing. He'll tell you his most famous fight was Tyson in 1986. He lost the fight by decision, but he was the first man to stand up to Tyson for 10 rounds without being knocked out.
You know, Tyson was so good and so deadly. You know, he was knocking guys out in early rounds, so if you stood toe-to-toe for him, I think it made your stock go up if it was a competitive fight, and it was for James.
Put it on Tyson, in my good memory. I'm supposed to be in my grave right now. But the good Lord blessed me that I was sharp as a razor. I don't never be sharp no more, but that evening, I was sharp as a razor.
James was considered a lot like the gatekeeper back there, you know, a tough fighter that a lot of the mainstream top fighters had to go through. So
Tillis retired from a roller coaster of both success and disappointment in 2001, with a record of 42 wins, 22 losses, and 1 draw. He played Oprah's boyfriend in the movie The Color Purple, and used to command more than $200,000 for a single fight.
Memory. Remember the day that was last year, right there.
So given all this success, all this money earned, all this fame commanded, Tillis should be set for life. But the truth is that Tillis was forgotten, left behind while other boxers of his day retired with a plan and some cash to carry them over. Instead of world traveling in high-dollar hotels, Tillis lives in a small, cheap apartment in Tulsa and survives on Social Security and food stamps.
The man made an enormous amount of money while he was in the boxing world, you know, with all the other famous boxers.
He told me he's probably made about $10 million, but he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything to show.
And a lot of his money was pocketed by other people.
you know, a lot of these times are uneducated kids walk into a lot of money with no guidance, and it's just the wolves are all over them.
And he was there to buy people cars, houses, take care of family members, just take care of everybody.
The guys that would just go through millions and millions of dollars, you know, the families would come, the heartache stories would come, the buddy with the investment was the biggest flaw for every fighter I've ever seen. Some guy had a scheme that, let's do this business and I can double your money. And then when the money's gone, all these friends and pals and advisors are gone with it, and they're left stranded. It happens all the time, and it's very, very sad.
We were so poor when I was a boy. The rats and roaches packed up their clothes and stuff and moved out of the house. I seen them going down the sidewalk.
It wasn't just money that Tillis lost over the years. His fame, his reputation as one of boxing's most solid fighters. His contact with the outside world dissipated. It got so bad, and Tillis dropped so far off the map, that half the boxing world thought he was dead. In April, Tillis was invited as a celebrity guest to the Tulsa charity fight night. Sugar Ray Leonard, Burt Sugar, Hurricane Carter, and other boxing legends were there too.
Sugar Ray Leonard saw Tillis, and he was with his son, and he told his son, I think I've seen a ghost. I'm going to hold on to you so I don't fall over, because James Quick Tillis is in our face.
To say that Tillis' name recognition plummeted is an understatement, and the bottom line is that he got himself into this mess. But at 53 years old, with no money and only fragments of his fame, what's a man to do? A documentary got stalled. A lawyer tied up a royalty dispute on a book. Plans to lead a summer boxing program fell through. Nothing has worked. Next, Tillis hopes to get back in shape and schedule exhibition fights for cash.
When their fame's gone, it's really too late, because they spent all their money and they owe the IRS, and there's not a lot you can do for them at that point.
What Tillis got at Fight Night was a glimpse of how it could have been. There's a bunch of old boxers like him that have worked out a fancy retirement on paid appearances and autographs. They were smart. They never dropped off the map. They stayed in shape and hired marketing managers when they still had some cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, James Quick Tillis.
Whether or not it's too late for Tillis to come back is the question that remains.